brings a tear to my eye thinking about it. People are always scared of getting canceled.
Are you?
3 reasons that got me to that pivot were near bankruptcy, my girlfriend broke up with me, and I realized
That is Tyler Oliveira about to tell me how he saved his channel from certain death. Tyler once posted Mr. Beast style content, but then pivoted to investigative content, which instantly tripled yearly views. In this video, Tyler's gonna explain how he made that pivot, the problem Mr. Beast has caused on YouTube, and why every creator is making meaningless content. I'm here with Tyler Oliveira, ex-hole digger and current investigator.
Brown Habibi. Thank you for having me, Tyler Talks.
Before we discuss like the new investigative stuff, let's discuss the old content.
Okay.
If I could describe it in one word, that word would be gritty. Do you agree?
Suffering, gritty, dirty, disgusting, but sometimes fun and awesome.
Tyler's old content was some of the most extreme on YouTube. He did videos ranging from crossing the entirety of America on vehicles built to look like Minecraft creatures to live streaming himself digging out of a dirt prison using only a spoon. More than anything, these videos were raw and gritty. But at the end of the day, the old videos were expensive, time-consuming, and just brutal to the mind and body.
A lot of shortcomings with what we're doing, and a lot of mental and physical drainage on the soul and body. It takes a lot out of a man to do what we were doing. There's a lot of behind the scenes you don't get to see. There's a video, I flew an Ender Dragon across America. It took us 28 days on the field to film this. Tens of thousands of dollars. Some of the guys and I got second, third degree burns out there in the heat of Miami. There's all this nonsense that comes with this spectacle. Mr. Beast, the Beastonian era of content, if you will.
Mr. Beast is the most famous and biggest YouTuber in the world. And when you're the most famous and the biggest, people love to try and replicate your method of success. Whenever Mr. Beast puts out a new video, there's dozens of copycat replicas that try to mimic what Beast did, always to a worse standard. These copiers are generally referred to as Mr. Beast clones. They attempt to clone the videos Mr. Beast has done successfully, always lacking some level of money, editing, or scale that made the Beast video so successful. Critics of the Mr. Beastification of YouTube usually point out that these videos stifle innovation on the platform and are just straight up soulless. And within the old content, Tyler was usually lumped in as a Mr. Beast clone. You were talking about Mr. Beast and how there's so many clones out there. A lot of people would have said you were a clone back in the
100%.
day. So what do you think the biggest negative is to having all of these Mr. Beast clones out there?
First of all, I want to say that I met Mr. Beast in 2018. I was his 7 million subscribers. So I met the guy when he was 19. I was 18.
Wow.
I show up to a competition and I'm like, hey man, you got any YouTube advice? So I look at this guy as a sort of template at the time and I'm like, okay, you have to play the game like this. You need to make videos like this. You need to get straight to the point. It needs to be efficiently cut. You need to be jumpy. And you need to create a spectacular moment and reason for the viewers to click and watch this experience. Even if that's just a vehicle for them to experience your personality or to learn something, it's a pitfall I see everyone jumping into head first. I was a prime perpetrator. I was guilty as charged. I helped feed this industry of Mr. Beast copycats, this spectacular, extravagant content machine, and God bless Mr. Beast, he's changed the game. No shade to him at all. He's the GOAT. That's not the point. The point is people are emulating other people, their personalities, their souls are being thrown away in pursuit of coin.
That was a super passionate rant to begin.
That's all I got.
Hey, you should be Tyler Talks.
These Tylers are talking today. Mr. Beast aside, people emulate that which is successful.
The obvious emulation is the Mr. Beast clones to Mr. Beast, but you can see replicas across all levels of YouTube. Ever since Ryan Trahan began his 1-star series, so many creators have all of a sudden decided it's a good idea to test 1-star reviews. When Casey Neistat was popular in 2016, thousands of creators attempted to replicate his vlogging style. Even if we take this down into a niche, Discover Connection has seen massive success with this thumbnail, which now pops up everywhere on YouTube. All of these videos are worse than the original, usually because the copier lacks the same skill and creativity. While Tyler used to be a Mr. Beast clone, he's seen a ton of success with the Investigation series, which leads to a lot of people now imitating him.
Here's an example, like the blue jacket. People think there's logic, rhyme, and reason to the blue jacket, but in reality, In January of 2021, I was bald, ugly, unhappy with my appearance, so I signed up for a website called Stitch Fix, and they sent me clothes in a box, and this jacket came out of it, and I was like, this jacket's so sick. And we wore it to one of the shoots, and we logically just put it in the thumbnail because it was blue and it looked cool, and I was like, all right, this is the jacket I wore. We kept putting the blue jacket in thumbnails because we didn't have enough time to produce a new asset every time because we were on the road 24/7. So we literally just threw the same asset of me, and now other people look at it, and those who are emulating what we're doing now put the blue jacket in for no other reason besides that we have a blue jacket, and they think there's some high-level logic or science to it, but it's just because I owned a blue jacket and I was cold at the time. MrBeast is successful, thus other people look at him and say, oh, copy and paste these factors will get my video views. YouTube has a copy and paste economy where theft runs rampant, and idea cloning is good for business a lot of the times.
Shout out your old friend, Brent Rivera.
Yeah, Brent Rivera, who's a very successful MrBeast clone, if you will.
I think what it comes down to is basically what you said. Like, people see MrBeast as the most successful YouTuber on the planet, and they think by replicating the things he does, especially surface level things, that they will then be successful.
The reason we're doing this format of video, I flew an Ender Dragon Across America video, and I said, what are the funniest moments that I enjoy the most being a part of, the viewers love the most, and are just funny? And those moments were when we went to a gas station and talked to random people and got out of the cars and vehicles we invented.
You said the big change came with the Ender Dragon video.
Yep.
But channel pivot didn't happen until like 8 months later. Tyler has been referencing this Ender Dragon video quite a lot, which was released on June 17, 2022. However, the Ohio video, the first of the investigation series, wasn't released until February 21st, 2023. In between these two videos, Tyler put out 13 more videos in the MrBeast style, but didn't pivot or make any changes in any way. What happened those 8 months? Because you continue to make the same style of content for those 8 months. And the last real one was probably the Millennium Falcon video.
Yep.
Same style as the Ender Dragon video.
Yep.
Was that the point when you realized it was unsustainable?
Absolutely. 3 reasons that got me to that pivot were near bankruptcy, my girlfriend broke up with me, and I realized these videos were completely meaningless and meant nothing to the planet, and it was a waste of time. I look at myself in the mirror. I said, what are you doing with your time? You're a young man, your body's spry, your mind is fresh, and you're wasting your soul creating mindless drivel for the masses that adds no value. And I know it's very difficult. Not everyone can figure out the perfect pivot to get them in a position where I think we're blessed to be in right now, which I genuinely think we're informing people about current events, topics that the broader public needs to be aware of, like the opioid crisis, homelessness crisis, the border situation, etc. The list goes on. We try to be as balanced as possible. We try to cover both sides to the best of our abilities, and sometimes we fall short and we're trying to get better. A news station cannot make 10 million people care or watch an opioid crisis and be aware of it at a broader scale. We can. Every YouTuber I know has stumbled upon the skill set to get attention at scale. That attention is used for meaningless, mindless, dumb things. What if you could combine the attention gathering skills of YouTubers and attach them to anything that meant anything? Why not try to make it mean something? Because we're all gonna die so quickly. I feel like I'm on the verge of death. We're gonna die, Tyler. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Let's bring it back a little. You're on this Millennium Falcon, and then you realize the best part of the video isn't even the part that the people click for. So then let's fast forward a couple months. The first like real investigative video, Ohio.
Yep.
Ohio derailment in East Palestine, was not covered by the mainstream media like at all. What went through your mind to think that that was a good idea, especially considering the content that was getting posted?
Sure.
So different.
I had no clue how it would perform. I was highly skeptical of doing it, but I was at the point where, like I said, I was on the verge of bankruptcy. This was all financially extremely costly to build these Minecraft vehicles. We're burning tens of thousands of dollars doing this, and oftentimes those videos would break even. Rarely were they ever profitable. These videos are getting so crazy and ridiculous. I'm putting my life at risk. They take a month plus on end to film sometimes. The job is no longer fun for everyone around me, and I love the video making process, but I hate the arts and crafts of we're gonna build an Ender Dragon vehicle. This is a story for everyone that'll add extreme value. In sophomore year of high school, I was my class president, and I had to do the homecoming walls. I was painting these dumb arts and crafts, painting the walls, decorating the school. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? And I hated it at the time, and I should have known that now, flash forward years into the future, I'm building Minecraft vehicles. It's arts and crafts at scale with a bunch of money involved. So why is that 80% of my life when the 20% I enjoy is going out there filming and talking to people and going on the adventure. So we see the situation go down in Ohio. I'm doom scrolling on TikTok. Not a single mainstream news has covered what's actually going on there. I realized at the time, I don't want to do this stuff. I have the ability to entertain the masses. I know we can make a video that people will want to watch and be entertained by, which is the hook to get people in the door, and we can inform them of a real current event in our nation's backyard that the broader public should be aware of, and these people should have a voice. We go out there, film the video. I have no clue if it's gonna do any numbers, if this video is gonna get 2,000 views, but I'm so fed up with doing the previous stuff. And I say, at the very least, this is honest to who you are. You like asking questions, you like talking to people, you like going on the adventure. Go do this adventure and educate the public and give these people a voice. And if it works, then maybe that could be the future of the channel.
The Ohio video ended up blowing all the other videos up. It's currently sitting at 4.4 million views in 13 months, which is much better than the old videos, but it's actually an underperformer for the investigative videos.
The video did well, surprisingly, and at the time, I was asking my YouTube peers, what do you guys think I should title this? What do you think about I investigated Ohio's toxic wasteland? And they're like, nah, you should title it I survived Ohio's toxic wasteland. And I thought to myself, this is the exact YouTube meta I'm trying to run away from. I didn't survive anything. I was there for like a day. I went there and I investigated.
Right.
They're like, the word is too long. I was like, this is the most literal, common sense explanation of what I did.
Yeah.
So I put I investigated Ohio's toxic wasteland. The thumbnail's not even that catchy. It's me and a sign. We threw it out there. Within 24 hours of filming it, actually, the video went out, so extremely fast production time.
Very quick real-time event, had to be capitalized
100%,
on.
which is unlike anything we've ever done, because we're spending 30 days pre-producing the videos in the past, and 30 days filming sometimes, and then weeks editing them. That's why we could put so few videos out.
The Ohio video had 0 pre-production, took 1 day to film and 1 day to edit, giving it a total turnaround of 2 days. On the other hand, the Ender Dragon video took a month to pre-produce, a month to film, and then several weeks to edit. The fact that the Ohio video outperformed almost all of the other Mr. Beast style videos with far lower input cannot be overstated enough. This is the trigger point that shows that a pivot will be highly successful, especially when the alternative is almost certainly bankruptcy.
The Ohio video outperformed the video we spent months pre-producing, filming, and editing. That set the precedent for maybe we could do this. So we started uploading weekly.
At what point did you realize that the investigation series would be the future? Like there would no longer be any journeys across America, so on.
The next video that was uploaded was I went to the incest capital of America, and we just kept doing it at a rapid speed every week almost, and it became like, whoa, we have 15 videos with I investigated a thing.
The 3-video stretch after the Ohio video cemented investigation as the future of the channel. The first video after Ohio, I went to the incest capital of America, has 6.6 million views. The video right after, I investigated UFO crash sites across America, has nearly 10 million views now. Immediately following that was I investigated the city of real life zombies, which has racked up 18 million views and is now the most viewed video on Tyler's channel. So why don't more people lean into this raw, unfiltered, sometimes controversial content?
I think in reality, everyone that currently makes YouTube videos is so afraid to make anyone angry that they decide to stand for nothing. And I don't even think we necessarily stand for something besides the search for truth and putting things out there on both sides, even if one of the sides is controversial or pisses someone off. There's no backbone in YouTube anymore, I think. And it's coming back. There are renegades out there.
People are scared of getting canceled.
People are always scared of getting canceled.
People are terrified. Are you?
I'm pretty sure I've been canceled in some niche communities already. I dream of people come for the cancellation. Bring it. Please cancel me. Please. Cancel me for what? For putting a mic in someone and giving them an opportunity to speak? A common thing we get is these thumbnails are crazy.
Just as a reference point, here's some of the more controversial Tyler thumbnails. These thumbnails are crazy, and here's Tyler on why they have to be crazy.
The unfortunate reality of YouTube is you have to capture someone's attention, and that's a game we're still playing. A YouTube thumbnail is a compressed combination of symbols that allow a viewer to know what they're going to be watching as soon as humanly possible. Sometimes they do offend people, and I get it. I genuinely do get it. It's something we're kind of working on, but the videos are often redemptive stories of these people, and the coverage is as balanced as possible on both sides. That's something we strive for. We strive not to represent a given side or political party. We genuinely want to talk to everyone and anyone, and if there's someone that's not represented in a video, it's because they won't talk to us. We've reached out to everyone, everywhere, for everything. There's a video in San Francisco about the opioid crisis. That video, we tried to get access to a harm reduction specialist and they wouldn't talk to us. I think people are so afraid of cancellation that they homogenize their content to the most neutered, watered down, PC level content so everyone can watch it and no one can be offended. Maybe your bubble needs to be shaken up a little bit. You don't have to agree with it, but that's okay. Expose some people to new ideas, thoughts, people, cultures, religions, and let them think for themselves, because people are smart. And I think if you believe that, YouTube becomes a lot more fun and educational and interesting than just, shut the up.
I want to take it back to thumbnails for a second.
Right.
The way I always think about it is none of the video content matters if people don't click.
Yes.
So in a way, I do think you have to be so absurd with these thumbnails in order to get people to click in to see the deeper message, even though the thumbnails are slightly questionable sometimes.
They're perhaps not the most flattering. I think the thumbnails are not a flattering visual portrayal of some of these things, but I do think these are 15 to 50 minute long videos where we go in depth showing the reality of these people, give them voices. These people that we're talking to have never had a random YouTuber in a blue jacket show up to them with a microphone and ask them their feelings or thoughts on anything. No one cares about these people's opinions except when we come out of nowhere and give them an opportunity to speak and share thoughts, ideas, beliefs that they've been waiting their whole lives to share.
I have some stats here.
All right, sure.
Okay, in 2022, you uploaded 16 videos. It averages out to one every 22.8 days. Over 3 weeks in between uploads.
It's embarrassing. Here's the saddest part. I was working like double full-time that entire time. We're doing behind the scenes, building these vehicles, filming the entire time. That's the tragic reality of trying to emulate people who have more resources, more leverage, more money, more connections than you, and trying to do what they do, but worse.
2023, guess how many uploads?
I'm gonna guess 42.
40.
Whoa.
Which is one every 9.1 days. If you delete January because that was still kind of the old content, it basically becomes weekly videos. Cheaper videos, faster videos.
And higher performing videos. Maybe.
Yeah,
Is that
well,
accurate?
let's get into it. 2022, new videos released. 70.5 million views in the 16 videos released in 2022. Boils down, 4.4 mil a video.
Okay, pretty decent.
Not bad. Like,
actually, it's not bad, yeah.
pretty good. Like,
Sure.
averaging 4.4 is crazy. Here's the more insane part. 2023, you end up getting 215 million views of new videos, not back catalog, which averages out to 5.4 mil per video with more uploads.
Wow, a clear improvement. The ceiling for a lot of those videos is weirdly enough way higher than a lot of anything we did the previous year. And for full transparency, I would have never expected this would happen. I had no indication or clue people would be this interested in what we're doing right now. I thought maybe we could stay the same. We got more videos with more views. That's
more
crazy.
videos, more views, cheaper to produce, faster uploads.
Crazy.
Across the board, everything is better.
I cannot complain. I was like, maybe this is it. I kind of memed the concept of quitting in that video with the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, this is my dad, I'm gonna work with him. And I was joking. But was I? But by the grace of the YouTube gods, the viewers, and our good luck, the numbers are better than the previous. It's crazy.
In a lot of ways, you kind of pioneered the investigative content niche.
We did.
To be fair, there were investigative channels on YouTube before Tyler, such as Channel 5 or Tommy G. However, Tyler did YouTubeify it, make it more clickable, and edits these videos to be as retentive as possible. Prior to Tyler, thumbnails and packaging were almost an afterthought in investigative channels, but Tyler brought them into the mainstream, mostly by packaging his videos in a way that made them so they had to be clicked.
We've YouTubeified traditional news and documentarian content, basically. Obviously not full credit, but I do think for the I investigated bit, that was us.
To all the viewers watching though, I feel like it kind of shows that you should never be afraid to stray from the norm.
Yeah, it's the moment we stopped doing the thing that was so known to all the viewers, the moment we stopped trying to step in the footsteps of giants, we found more success than ever before. And we might just be a super lucky case study, because there's channels who have tried that and immediately failed, but our failure was inevitable if we kept going down the same track with the Millennium Falcons and the Mr. Beast type content. I truly think.
if you're stalling and you're failing, innovate, make something new, make something fresh, go down a rabbit hole no one has gone down before.
Problem with YouTube is people are spending so much money on these productions now that they cannot afford to fail, so it has to be edited perfectly. There's zero imperfection often, there's zero personality because the video has to be perfect with 67% retention on 12-minute long video. If it fails, the employees must be fired, they're going bankrupt, and that's GG. So people put so much money and risk financially into each upload, they cannot afford to fail, which decreases their likelihood of taking any creative risk or showing the viewers who they are.
Be it a niche you're passionate about, you love, and that you can continue doing forever. When starting a channel, you need to pick a topic that you know you will enjoy. For me personally, I started YouTube by uploading Clash Royale gameplay because I loved the game. I then started a channel that made running videos because I love to run. And I love YouTube, which is why I started the channel that you're watching right now. If you pick a topic to make videos about that you're not passionate about, you will dread making these videos and the channel will inevitably die. Tyler went into a niche that he loved, and that's why he'll continue to be able to make videos years and years down the line. So do you see yourself continuing doing the investigative for the next 5-10 years? Or is there any chance of another pivot at some point down the road to another type of content?
Right now, it is still very physically demanding, but minus all the nonsense of setting stuff up beforehand. At the core of these videos right now, I'm just talking to people. I could see myself doing this for the next 30 years. With the previous content, these kids who are watching the Minecraft vehicle stop playing Minecraft, they don't come back. The video has aged. They've aged out of the channel. Right now, I think your mom, your grandma, you could watch these videos and be entertained. And that's why I'll be able to do it for the next 10 years if I want to. The younger viewers who watched this stuff 3-4 years ago are now maybe 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and now they can still watch what we're doing because I've aged up appropriately and they've aged up with us.
Do you think the Ohio video saved the channel?
Absolutely. I had no clue it was gonna work. I was gonna upload it to a second channel actually. I was so afraid of not getting views. I was like, what if this doesn't get views? If the numbers aren't appropriately high, you can't pay the bills for yourself, your employees, their families, your family. My fear is we upload this and all the people that like the Minecraft Ender Dragon videos don't wanna watch.
What would you have done if the Ohio video failed?
I think I'd be fucked. I think I'd be swiping your credit card at a 7-Eleven near you, realistically. I'm not even kidding. I truly don't know. Hopefully I would have tried to experiment and kept going and just abandoned everything, abandoned the viewership expectations, kept trying new things until I found something that worked and aligned with who I was and am at that point in time. That's the hope I want everyone to pursue. That is my dream.
Without innovation, you always die.
Adapt or die, Tyler. We're about to witness the old breed of YouTube 3.0 die right now.
What does that include?
There are a lot of people out there that are true clones like I basically once was, not be able to compete with the people they're trying to compete with, and they will run out of money, people will stop watching them, and they will be forced to adapt or swipe the credit card at 7-Eleven near you. I think every YouTuber right now needs to look in the mirror and ask themselves, seriously, what am I doing? Can I see myself doing this for the next 12 months? What about 5 years? What about 10 years? Will I be proud of the stuff I'm putting out in 5 years?
It all comes down to, are you passionate about the content?
As much as I've monologued with you today, the moment I exercise humility on my channel and just shut up, the moment the videos do better. The less I speak and give the mic to other people, the more successful these videos have become. I think our biggest point of success is being a bridge to connect more interesting people than I am to the viewers. You can look back 4 years ago, I'm making videos in my bedroom, and then over the years I was lost in the sauce. The YouTube game got to my head. I lost track of who I was when we made the videos. Near poverty saved me from the pitfall that is not being who I was on camera and pursuing someone else's dream of what they think YouTube should be. Subscribe to Tyler Talks. He's the second best Tyler I know, and thanks for having me.
Hey, what about all that talk of humility? And you're off to investigate.
Yo, mama's coochie.